Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're talking about Buzzard's Roost's new distillery experiences. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Jeff Andreezy and Katie Joyce.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hey, we're going to be talking about Buzzard's Roost. They've got 3 new distillery experience offerings, and we'll get to what those are. Before we get to that, though, no one can come up with a small talk topic, so our backup is I've got this box of cards here. I'm going to grab one at random. I'll read it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, what's your favorite dish to either make or buy for a party? This is actually a pretty good one. What is your favorite dish to either make or buy for a party? All right.
The one I always make is my famous bacon-wrapped jalapenos.
Bacon-wrapped jalapenos, okay.
Kind of very special. I make my own filling.
Okay.
And it's special and it's delicious.
Okay.
And they're just really good. I've got my technique down. I've been making them forever. I used to core out the insides and have whole jalapenos, but eating those is just so dangerous because you don't know about the heat level.
Right.
And so I stopped making them like that, and I started halving them. And then you got to figure out the perfect way to cook them after that so you don't lose all your filling. I think I've got it down pretty good. They're people are excited when I bring those around, and they're like the first. I know that they're good because they're generally the first appetizer that is completely gone.
Okay.
There you go.
So I know that they're a hit.
That's a good
because
sign.
they're always,
Wow.
I'm always like listening. People are like, oh, these are really good. And I'm like, yes. And then I see them all gone. I'm like, I won the appetizer contest. There's still other appetizers here, but mine have all been eaten.
Okay.
I win.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's my own little competition in my brain, but I still win.
Okay, fair enough.
It's awesome. So I'm going to go a little different direction. My parties are usually smaller. So if it's at home, I'm going to make a seafood pasta.
Oh.
And it's lots of butter and wine and clam broth and anchovies and all this stuff that goes into the base, and then whatever seafood, mussels and clams and shrimp and all that stuff, and it makes a fabulous, my favorite dish to make. And I will do it for special occasions, maybe even on a Friday night.
Okay. Okay. Katie, how about you?
I am not a great cook by any means.
Uh-huh.
I avoid cooking typically if I can, but I have a few dishes I'll do. One for parties, I think it's called Party on Rye. So you take the rye bread, like the loaf. It's like a mini loaf. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's like little square pieces, and then you do like a Italian sausage and like Velveeta and some other things like mixed up in there, and then put it on, like bake it. And it's like a warm, so it's like this cheesy sausage on the rye bread. Or I try to go the easy route and make like Bailey's fruit dip and some strawberries and call it good there.
Okay.
If there's any way I can end up just bringing like alcohol to a party instead of food, that's always the route I go.
Always smart.
Okay.
If I can find out a way to do that.
My guess was going to be that you'd bring a box of Girl Scout cookies.
That's not a bad idea, honestly. That to bring Girl Scout cookies. I should start just stocking up and doing that for events and for parties. That'd be a good idea.
I'm here to help.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Jeff. I do make a decent chocolate chip cookie with like Maldon salt flakes like on top of it that I can do. But
Okay.
all of it takes effort and planning with cooking, which I don't care for.
Yeah. I mean, I do a couple different things, but I would say the consistent go-to, because it's easy, because it doesn't involve any sort of cooking, and it is usually appreciated, is the charcuterie board. There's so many different things they have now, charcuterie-wise. You can come up with, even if someone else brings one, it's going to be different, So I think it's usually pretty safe to bring something like that, and it's like, buying the high-end things that you normally wouldn't buy for yourself, different sort of cheeses and stuff like that is the fun of a good charcuterie board. So
I figured you were going to say chicken.
chicken, yeah. Well, I've certainly buy like Porter's. I go to Porter's, which is a local place, get wings, and tray wings is good. But again, I'm not preparing those. I'm just buying them. So that's certainly been a go-to too.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
For a charcuterie board, I have been impressed with Aldi. If you go to Aldi,
Yeah.
they
Aldi
usually
has a
have,
lot
like,
of good stuff.
some
Yeah.
fancy cheeses and salamis and things like that, but it's just such great prices still.
Yeah.
So I have found, and there's been a few times where I've asked people where'd you get this? And at least 80% of the time, Aldi is the answer.
Yeah.
This is a hot take, especially for someone who makes a lot of fancier cheese boards. Whenever I do have like people over, I like on New Year's Eve, half of my countertop is just a charcuterie spread, and I have, as Steve knows, a very large counter or like island.
Right.
I really like just I like the shitty, cheap, basic stuff on charcuterie boards. I want like mild cheddar, maybe some sharp cheddar. I want some Cloverdale, which you guys have tried now, like salami on it, or summer sausage on it. Like I want some like shitty olives. Like I don't want the fancy olives. I want like shitty, just like basic
Salty.
black and like regular green olives. I actually I think that they've just gotten like too fancy. Mm-hmm. Like there's too many like weird things. Like I don't need my cheese to like taste like feet.
No.
I don't need it to be like infused.
See, I'm a fancy cheese person. I love all the cheeses.
I appreciate the fancy cheeses, but I don't want them all the time. Like I want to have like a little tiny bit, and then I just want to eat some regular fucking cheese. I just want to eat some like regular stuff. I'm really sick of how fancy everything has gotten. I'm fucking over it. I hate fucking truffle and truffle oil and all those fucking things. I hate that shit. I don't want feta cheese. I like blue cheese, but I want feta cheese.
You don't like feta? I do like feta.
I fucking hate feta cheese.
I
I
love
think
it.
it tastes so bad. I just cannot stand it. I don't like.
good.
Like I said, I don't like truffle anything.
I don't
think
like truffle either.
is gross.
Too earthy.
Like it's just I hate that. Like there's so many things that are, like everything's gotten just like so fancy with so much stuff, and I appreciate fancy stuff, and I think it's fun to have that stuff on occasion.
So is like a 25-year aged cheddar, is that fancy to you, or is that just good?
It sounds fancy. I mean, I probably like it. I like
it's
cheddar
good.
cheese. I enjoy cheddar
You,
cheese.
you gotta go to like Wisconsin to get it. They don't sell it around here.
Everyone acts like cheddar cheese is like the bottom of the fucking barrel. Cheddar cheese is the basis of cheese. That is like just the cheese. Like it is the most like everyone.
I will say,
likes
no matter
cheddar
how
cheese.
many other fancy different types of cheeses I have, I always come back to sharp cheddar.
Exactly.
Always come back.
It's a good
Exactly
one.
my point. Like, there's all this fucking. I've tried hundreds of different types of cheese, and you know what? I fucking still like Velveeta fucking cheese. I don't give a shit. I like Velveeta. Is it fake? Sure, it's fucking fake, but guess what? It's so fucking melty and delicious and creamy.
It is melty.
I don't fucking care if it's fake as shit. I like all the different you're like this is the correct way to make fucking mac and cheese. Oh, you mean with a cheese packet of Velveeta? You're correct. A cheese packet of Velveeta is the correct way to make it.
Liquid gold.
Exactly. Add in a little bit extra milk and maybe and put in a fucking slice of American cheese in there as well that gets nice and creamy and mixes up. The best fucking mac and cheese I've ever had. I'm sick of everything being so fucking fancy that it's hard to eat.
Just a slight grated truffle over the top then?
Beka, I got two things. My favorite or my secret ingredient for my pheasant wild rice soup, Velveeta.
Velveeta cheese.
It goes in there and people, oh man, this has just got where'd the umami come from? Yeah,
it's so creamy and good.
Where'd
It's
the
fucking
umami come
Velveeta.
from? Velveeta.
It's fucking Velveeta. Yeah, the secret ingredient is Velveeta fucking cheese.
And love. And love.
And
love. It's got to be love. But my other thing, going back to the truffle, is one of my favorite lines I throw out there. When someone comes up with an idea that no one thought of, I said, yeah, even a blind hog finds a truffle now and then.
Exactly.
There you go.
I mean, I'm just so.
So we just need to go back to actual Lunchables. Like, stop pretending like we've gotten fancy. Go back to Lunchables.
Fucking Lunchables are delicious. I don't fucking care what anyone says. Fucking Lunchables are good. And you know what? Basic shit is fucking good. And I'm sick of everyone acting like it's not.
It's good for a reason.
Yeah, I don't care. Traditional stuff, I like all that fucking shit. So,
all right.
There's just my rant, because like everything, I'm like, oh, can I get the fries? And they're like, oh, it's Parmesan and truffle and like fucking 20 billion other things on it. And I'm like,
if there was two charcuterie boards and one was everything fancy and one was like your standard summer sausage and mild cheddar cheese and like that one's gonna go faster. People are gonna know what it is. They know what to expect. They know they're gonna like it. That one's gonna go before the fancy one.
Exactly. Right. And know what? Yeah, fucking apricots are good, but like no one's eating the apricots that you're like fucking scattering around. Like they're just for fanciness. Like no one's eating all those things. Like people put all this fucking like, and I do this, like I make fancy looking charcuteries, but I do try to put a bunch of like normal ass fucking shit on there that people are just going to be like, oh, what a basic flavor profile that I am going to enjoy. Sorry, I don't want to eat pickled fucking garlic. Like I don't want to eat that. I want a pickle. I don't want pickled garlic. I want a pickle. I want a sweet gherkin by chance. I want some kosher dill.
You make a great point. We do a big charcuterie board at Thanksgiving, kind of snacking on throughout the day. And the stuff that's left over is always the cranberry, cinnamon cheeses and the stuff that's, that's the stuff we end up putting back in a baggie somewhere.
All the weird ass shit is what's left out there. Because know what? Everyone is just fucking pretending that they like fancy stuff and they don't actually like it if there are basic normal things around to just eat. Guess what? The Ritz crackers go way before the pita chips.
Okay. Pita chips.
And know what? If I added
Ritz crackers are good.
Some chicken and biscuit, whatever they are.
Those are good too.
Oh, chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah. If I put the chicken and biscuit ones out there, those would go faster.
Yes.
Right.
So stop pretending that, and I think it's fun to do the fancy shit, but know what? I like basic shit.
That's what I'm going to do now. Every charcuterie board I do in the future, I'm making it with like the most basic staples that I know are the tried and true.
Yeah,
Velveeta and American cheese.
Do like put some of the fun, like only buy like 3 of the fancy things. Even all those, you know what?
Cheese.
All those fucking salamis, all the crazy salamis.
Right.
I think they fucking taste terrible.
Okay.
I want regular salami, hard salami. That's it. I want regular hard salami.
What about pepperoni? I like when they have pepperoni.
I like regular pepperoni too. But when they're like the fancy dry aged for fucking forever in the fucking your grandma's basement, don't want it. I just want some regular hard salami.
Those little snack stick bites now.
Yeah.
What are those called?
Slim Jims.
There you go. Slim Jims and string cheese.
Get some Slim Jims on there.
Board now.
Yeah. There you go. On that note, it's time to drink. I think no one needs to drink more than Beka. We'll have her go first.
I've got some Castle and Key. Oh, God, it's experimental. I'm going to lose my mind. No, I'm just kidding. Experimental whiskey. It's a rye. I haven't seen this. Did you bring this over, Steve?
No, I did not.
Did I just not see it up here? I don't really know. The label's too big for it, it looks like. But I don't know, it's a rye whiskey in some sort of barrel. I don't know how to say it, so.
Is it the Naranja barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Someone just brought one of those in the shop. I think it's new, so you must have just gotten that from somebody.
How the fuck did I get? It's like half drink.
Well, we were drinking it the other night when I was up there.
Oh, I don't know where it came from, so.
Okay. Okay. Solid. Could be enough. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Jeff's next.
I have some Middle West. This is the Calvados cask finish.
Okay. Oh, now we have a leader. Jeff's emerged from the bunch. Let's see what it does. Katie's next. She's getting her microphone set.
Oh, I have some Lionheart from the ABV Barrel Shop. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, Beka, who has the lead? This is close.
I think that was Katie.
Katie. Okay, Katie is our leader. Jeff, you have to live with that per the rules.
The drama I built
I'm
the
good with that.
anticipation of
I'm
my
good with that.
All right. Hemingway Rye is what I got here. Hemingway Rye. Let's see what we got. Come on. Oh, this isn't going to be good. I can feel the cork is very loose. No, nothing there.
I gotta say, that's such a cool bottle, though, with the, button.
The typewriter. Yeah.
Typewriter keys.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, congratulations to Katie. She wins. So, cheers to Katie.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Buzzard's Roost. They've got some new distillery experiences. We'll talk about each of those three things when we get back. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. All right, on that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with our in-house billionaire here, Ryan Thompson. Ryan, what do you got there, man?
Oh, boy. Well, might as well come out of the gate with a little Leopold's Dickel 3-chamber.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely one tonight here. Sunday evening, might as well.
Okay.
Audible.
By the way, Brian, that was your best cork pop ever.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Usually we don't hear anything from you. That was decent.
We need to
That was quite silent.
amazing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That could win this thing. Ryan has the lead.
Wow, that's something. This is something.
Yeah. All right, Tim, you're next.
All right, I'm going to go with a boxing bear as well. This is boxing bear. So it's the reading chair. I think it's
that's
second,
like
number 2.
Yeah, I think that's number 2. Yeah, because
Yes, number 2.
First. Yeah.
Channeling the legend as well on here with my FALS wristband. Slide on the set.
Wow. Tim, did you go yet? Is that
Listen to Ryan.
Right?
Fucking Trent. He has his first ever audible cork pop.
There was nothing on my side as well. So, Ryan, yes.
Right. So what was better, Ryan's cork pop or his trash talk on his first ever audible cork pop? This is Steve Akeley, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily on the ABV Network.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Buzzard's Roost.
Yes, we are. So 3 new experiences here that they've come up with, which is kind of cool. So the first one's called Bros, Brides, and Bourbon. So this is targeting bachelor and bachelorette parties, which I think is always a good idea. You can have up to 12 people. They have a speakeasy, and you can rent it out at, depending on what day or what time, it's $150 to $200 to rent it. And then they have apparently bottle service, which is nice. So it's like being at a high-end club. You can order bottles, and then, again, because I guess it's a private club thing within there, you can then pour and enjoy just like you would any sort of private club situation. So bottle service, which is pretty cool. And they also have, it's hosted, so they have and share some interesting facts and stuff like that. So it's not only just an experience of being there and being able to drink, but there's also some hands-on learning stuff too, and stuff like that. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I mean, I think that's a good idea.
I like that. I like that they're
Absolutely.
actually doing
It's a
it
great
as
one.
a specific thing for that.
Yes, yeah. I think it's smart.
Marketing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and 12 is a good sized group. I mean, your wedding party, that would be at the high end of somebody that have 12. So that's perfect. It's not oversized where it's like, oh, you can have up to 30 or 40 people. Who has a wedding party like that? This sounds like the perfect place to go and have a really cool thing. So that's pretty
I
cool.
could see that absolutely going in with like an entire day to that kind of event. Then someone rented a bus and they're all riding together like on their party bus and they go there, and that's also just the right size. You could go somewhere for food as well. So it fits into creating a really cool day for that size group as well.
Right. Yeah. The next one is called Straight from the Barrel, and I guess they've got some barrels lined up in their distilling area, so where they have Buzz Cauldron, their famous pot still that they've got there. And you actually get to try a couple of different whiskeys there, a bourbon and a rye. And then if you like one of those, you can actually fill that bottle up, and it's with a whiskey thief. So it's actually filling it with a thief, and it is $100 a person, or you can get an experience of just $20. So you got somebody with them that's like, I'm not going to get the bottle. It's just $20 for them to join the group. So also sounds pretty interesting, right?
That's a
Certainly.
fantastic idea. And for someone who may not have access to ever go do a barrel pick, like
That is true.
a really unique experience.
We take that for granted, but many people never get the chance to pick a barrel. Right.
Yeah, so I say, no, and Steve, you kind of end up taking it for granted and being part of anything with ABV, but it's really something very unique that not many people in the world get to do. And so getting to have that experience of choosing, I don't know why every distillery isn't involving something like that, honestly, that has the space and the resources for it, because that's really awesome. And there are people who I could see it being wildly successful to get that experience.
Yeah.
Did that one list like a minimum group size? I mean, I could see a tour group wanting to go out and do something like that.
Yeah, but did not say no. I mean, I just copied and pasted that directly from the thing, and that's what they share with you. There's probably is some sort of cap, but I don't know what it is.
Even being a person who's done barrel picks, I would still be interested in that. I'm like, heck yeah, that just sounds like a great afternoon. Let's do it.
Well, if you go there and you want to experience it, you're probably going to buy a bottle anyway. Why not do one where you can hand fill it yourself? I mean,
Exactly. I think a group of 6 people, like when I go out,
right,
and having had some Buzzard Roost products that I really enjoy, God, what an awesome experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The last one is what they're calling the Whiskey Row Revealed. It's a speaker series, so they're going to be hosting events from speakers from the industry that are going to be coming in and just, to small kind of intimate groups where they'll actually be presenting and talking about different things. So I know that they're lining up a whole list of speakers. It's going to be $25 per person and includes a cocktail or special pour. So you go in there, you either get a glass of whiskey or a cocktail to enjoy while you're watching the speaker, which is also a fun idea. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So,
what great value that can be too with the people they come in,
right?
The knowledge that they can share in the history, and I like that it's different than the information you would get on another standard tour that you hear over and over again of the tours, and they're the history of bourbon and what percentage corn do you have to be bourbon, but getting a totally different information set that's talked about that in it with different speakers, you'll get something different. So it's one that you could do multiple times over as well. You're not going to get the same experience twice in a row.
And they've got in their back pocket, they've got Susan Rigler, who, of course, is one of the most respected OGs of bourbon. You know, she was the first Louisville bourbon writer for the Louisville Courier, and she is really highly regarded. And I'm sure her Rolodex is pretty deep. So she's tasked with bringing in people. I'm sure there's a lot of people that she can call, and I'm sure that this series is gonna be pretty awesome. So,
So that one must be the least available of all these experiences. Are they thinking weekly, once a month,
monthly?
Monthly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Monthly
No, that's certainly if I lived out that way.
Oh yeah.
I would love that kind of opportunity.
Yeah. If it works out where you just happen to be there and they got one going on, that would definitely be something you should sign up for and be part of it. So very cool stuff.
Yeah. Just a little deeper dive into the world of bourbon whiskey.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can always find me on Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay, Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. We've always got cool things going on, and we are online at abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Finance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.